Ethan had always been the light of his father's eyes. As the only son of wealthy parents, he grew up surrounded by laughter, fine clothes, and the kind of love that made him believe nothing could ever go wrong. His father often took him on long walks through their estates, pointing to the houses, the cars, and the workers, saying, "One day, all this will be yours." At just 16, Ethan had already finished college, and though young, he dreamed of carrying on his father's name with honor. Their home was full of joy, and Ethan never doubted his father's love. But then came the sickness. His father, once strong and full of energy, grew weak and bedridden. On his deathbed, with a trembling hand, he called Ethan close. The words that followed changed everything. "Son, I will not leave you my cars, my money, or my houses. Instead, I give you one piece of land. Cultivate it, plant crops, and build your own wealth from it. That is your inheritance." Ethan's heart broke. How could his father, who had always promised him everything, leave him so little? Ethan froze. His chest tightened. Was this a cruel joke? He was the only heir, yet all he was given was an old plot of land? His mind raced with anger and confusion. Did his father not love him? Did he think him unworthy? Ethan was just 16 when life turned upside down. He had grown up in comfort as the only son of his wealthy father, a man who owned businesses, cars, houses, and servants. Everyone in the village envied Ethan. He was the boy who would inherit it all. Or so he thought. Tears stung Ethan's eyes as he tried to smile, but inside, his heart shattered. Days later, his father passed away. Ethan cried so much. His father was his best friend. He also wondered how he would survive without his father, as that was the only parent he had left. At the lawyer's office, servants, relatives, and neighbors gathered to hear the will. As the documents were read aloud, Ethan waited for his name to be tied to the grand businesses or the sprawling estates. But no, every car, every property, every share in the company seemed untouched. The lawyer turned to him and handed only one thing, a worn-out envelope with a land deed inside. Ethan felt humiliated. He locked himself in his room for days, refusing to eat, drowning in grief. "My father never loved me," he whispered to himself. "He's left me with nothing." His friends tried to cheer him, but their words felt empty. Even his servants avoided him, whispering that he was cursed. But one restless night, as the tears soaked his pillow, Ethan prayed. He had never prayed like this before. With trembling lips, he said, "God, I don't understand why my father left me only this land. If there is a purpose, show me. If there is meaning, guide me." The next morning, he felt a strange urge to see the land. He walked miles until he arrived at a lonely stretch of farmland. The soil was rough, the grass wild, and the place looked abandoned. But something deep inside pushed him forward. On his knees, with no tools but his bare hands,